Good news, everyone. Mr. Page here with another... Well, actually, this is the first time I'm playing this format. We're testing out the new standard format. We don't have Throne of Eldraine yet, but we can play the other sets and get a feeling for the format. So this is also the way to grind up experience to finish off your mastery track, so you kind of have to play it, which is annoying unless you want to spend money. But anyways, it's a great chance to explore the format ahead of time anyway, and I've been playing it a fair amount, grinding up my levels, and I played against somebody playing this masterpiece. So I've gone ahead and recreated it. And it is a treat to play. Okay, so basically it's a Gates deck, which I tried at first, but my version didn't really take hold. I abandoned it pretty quick. But my opponent used Bolas' Citadel to go infinite. And the way you do that is with Archway Angel. Pretty good card in the Gates deck normally, but in this case, gaining a buttload of life lets you just go infinite with the Citadel. This card, he played this card too, which is cute. Double your life total. But one of the other reasons why this deck can combo so well with Citadel compared to other Citadel decks is you'll often get stuck with like a couple lands in a row and then your turn just ends. But we get to play with cards that are otherwise good in Gates decks that'll let us play those extra lands or shuffle our deck. So we've got a couple Grazers, we've got our 4 Growth Spirals, and we've got our 4 Circuitous Routes that'll either let us shuffle or let us get extra land plays. And when you have extra land plays with a Guild Summit out, that draws you extra cards, and you could really just pretty much go infinite with it because you can stack, like, if you need to get the card off of your deck and you have a Guild Summit out, you can put a gate down. But if you want to cast the card for life, you can put a non-gate down with your extra land drops. It ends up just flowing really well. We've got KARN'S to go get the other Citadel over here in the sideboard, as well as a lot of just more silver bullet artifacts. And this works out great here because this is best of 1. Not sure how you'll balance this for best of 3, but you really don't need many of these. The star here that we're going to get most of the time is this guy right here, Wand of Vertebrae. Because like you can use it to knock the top card of your deck off when you're comboing and you get stuck with a land. But also just shuffling a whole bunch of angels or back into your deck is just really good too. And we can win the game with the tap from Bolas' Citadel, and we're using a mana base that takes advantage of Field of the Dead. So while you're going off and putting extra lands and whatnot into play, you'll get enough zombies so that you get the 10 permanents needed to tap the Bolas. So you can either do Revenge and half their life total and then 1 Bolas Citadel activation, or you can go deep enough to get a second Bolas Citadel and 20 permanents. I guess the other cards in the deck I didn't really mention is just the normal Gates package. So we've got our Gates Ablaze. We've got the Oath of Kaya kind of as a spot removal. Used to use Lava Coil in my other Gates versions, but Oath of Kaya is just better with Citadel because you can basically play it completely for free when you're Citadeling off. And then we've got a couple Goloses to go get our Field of the Dead, or, just as he's a pretty good ramp spell anyway. And the deck is a blast to play. It's not... I'll put the deck list down in the description. You can check it out and copy paste to get started, but obviously like this isn't tuned yet. We don't have the new set out yet, so obviously some of those cards will help this too, but it's a great starting point. The mana base is still wrong now for sure. I don't know what kind of dual lands we're getting in the new set. But basically I just went for 1 of everything, and then the black and green are our most important colors. So I doubled up on them. And we do have the 4 Plaza of Harmony, because it's basically just like a really good land in the Gates deck. Alright, enough jimmer jammering. Let's get to the gameplay. Oh, I hope my first magic video here with my face cam on, so I hope it wasn't in the way for that deck tech. I will probably have to move it up a little bit here. Just to get out of the way of the action, we'll put it right in the middle. Alright, what do we got? We got 2 lands and a Growth Spiral, double Guild Summit, a Gates Ablaze. This seems like a keeper. We do need to find red if we are up against an aggressive deck, but looks like we're against a slower deck, so our slow draw won't be an issue. Okay, so we're getting black either way. Do we want second green or second blue? I guess it doesn't matter. There's our red mana. So we'll Growth Spiral out this land, and then are we going to want a root or summit? We'll have to make that decision. I don't want a Karn. This is too likely he's got a counterspell. I don't know if he'll counter a root. Let's go with a summit. We'll play that first so we can tap 2 gates. See if we can clear our way through his counterspells. No counterspells. Excellent. Our opponent's just doing nothing for the first 4 turns of the game. Potentially 5 turns of the game. I assume he has can't have a counterspell. You have to counter Guildgate Summit. And now he has to counter this. Yeah, that went too quick. There's no way he's... Yeah, there's no way he has anything instant-wise. We'll Growth Spiral at the end of this turn. Just throw out some of these extra Gates Ablazes. Just had to discard 1. Well, now he's doing something. 6-drop for his first play.
My army will envelop this world. Good help is easy to find in war.
Okay, how much mana do we get? Can we Citadel and Karn? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we can Karn and then Citadel.
I am Karn. Stand down.
When you play Karn in this deck too, it's not like other Planeswalkers. You don't have to worry about... let's draw that, so we will play a gate. Yeah, what they're saying about Karn is you don't have to worry about defending him. Like, I don't care if he dies here. He basically look at him as like a 4-mana tutor card on your sideboard, and then sometimes you get more out of him. Including gaining life if they attack into him. Okay, so our opponent's hand was full of removal. That's how he did nothing for the first 5 turns. Which is a big advantage to this kind of deck. No creatures. Really blanks a lot of the removal. And yeah, I mean, we have a couple technically creatures, but we're fine with them dying. Like, especially the Angels, and this guy gets us our Field of the Dead anyways. I think I want to play the card for life. That'll leave me at 8, which is fine, because if I find an Angel, we can still bounce back up. So we will draw 0 with the gate trigger.
I have faced worse than the likes of you. My purpose is
I'm going to go get She's not ultimating yet. No, one more turn. Unless he's got the Elder Spell. Because I could get a Meteor Golem. I think that's probably the play. Let's get his Liliana out of here. I don't want to pay 3 life for that. I'll pay 1 life for that. We did not hit an angel. But we can go Gates Ablaze. Oh, did that in the wrong order, I think. I wanted to keep my Meteor Golem, but he got 2 cards out of the deal.
Looks like you're on your own now.
So I would say that was an error. Let's go deeper. We can't Angel anymore, but... we can draw that Angel. And then Heartcaster next turn. Discard. Summit. It might be worth putting a Jace in this deck. Because now we're kind of in a situation where maybe we need that as a win condition. 24 cards left. Our Angel's safe on top of our deck instead of in our hand for this Thought Erasure. The Dimir deck is one deck that I've been trying to. I was playing that quite a bit. That's what I was playing when I encountered my opponent playing this deck. And sure enough, a control deck like that I got rolled over. Just like I'm crushing our opponent this game. When you're doing stuff this powerful, it's pretty hard for a control deck, a grindy control deck like that to keep up. What do we got over here? Now I think we'll get a Vertebrae. We could also get a Glaive. Is that lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gates. So it only adds 10 damage. Can we get a Bolas sack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The equipment will be 8. Oop. Let's try it. I think we'll be able to get 10 permanents out. 10 non-land permanents. Actually, we can get a... couple more gates into play this way. I think I screwed that up. The rope scared me. We didn't get our 10 permanents out. I mean, realistically, we can't lose from here. There's nothing Dimir can do to recover. That's the power of this deck once it starts to go off. We were a little low, but then you just cast Angel with a Bolas Citadel, and you're either going to end your turn at huge life or play a ton of cards. Keep Karn alive for no reason at all. Opponent's putting up the good fight, but He would need to bounce this and counter it, and counter this one, because we have enough land to play both. Assuming I could get up to 10 permanents. But, yeah. There was no way he was winning that one. So there you have it. A quick look at the new standard format. I'm loving this deck. Powerful combo deck. You got the gate control, gate card draw, paired with just like the ridiculous endgame from Bolas' Citadel. And Karn to 2-drop your Citadels. I think this has potential. I can't wait for the new format to give this a full try. But for now, this will be the deck I'm using to finish off my experience and get the last few levels in the Mastery track. Which I am currently level 96, so I'm pretty close. I have to grind out a few more of them, though. I'm not a fan of this system, but whatever. I'm almost done it. So if you're interested to see how I tweak this deck when the set actually comes out, please consider subscribing. That'll help me out a lot, and it will help you get notified on future updates on this awesome deck. I'm Mr. Page, and I hope you guys enjoyed this strategy page on the new standard deck and Karn's Gates. See you guys next time.